What up, dogs?
Oh, what up, Mike?
What's up, dogs? It's
Hey.
Monday night, and we're recording the show, baby.
Hey, here we are.
Turn that down a little bit, but don't turn it off.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's this song about?
That guy you hear, I don't know. I just like the tune.
All right.
That other voice you hear is the man, the legend, the man with the man with the tools, the best producer a boy could ever ask for, Matt Anderson. Guys,
Yeah.
I love Matt like a brother. Okay, so please stop calling him gay. Please stop telling him to kill
right.
himself. Please stop
Yeah.
sending him death threats.
Yeah, thank
okay,
you.
because this is you don't understand.
Everybody knows
This is the
that
best.
when a big brother stands up for you, it always works.
This is the best man in this goddamn business. I'm killing myself very soon, but I want you all to know.
Sure.
And then
Am I gonna have to bleep that lady?
no, that's not what she didn't say that. That's what
Okay.
you heard because you're a bad person.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's what you heard because you grew up with it in your house. Matt thought he heard the N-word in the beginning of
I'm gonna
that song.
cut to you saying, was that her saying the N-word?
I'll tell you what, there are a lot of songs with the N-word in them.
Yeah, that's
We should
true.
play them on the show tonight.
Yeah.
That could
We'll
be
get to it.
that could be our special episode.
So,
And
This cute dog kind of makes up for that. So.
Thank you, Will. That's our guest, Will Julian.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Will,
Welcome.
we introduce everybody by their credits, you know, because we don't just talk to anybody. So, Will, what have you done? What have you done in this business?
Oh boy. I don't know if we have this kind of time to go through this.
Yeah.
But
That's
what have I
alright.
done? I do stand up, writing. I've been at Just for Laughs.
All right, cool.
so-
Will's a funny guy and a very good listener. That's why I just did his show.
okay.
It's
Great
cool.
listener.
What?
Great listener.
And
Yeah.
comics love good listeners because you can just talk.
You're right.
You can just keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
And no matter what kind of dog shit is coming out of their mouth, the person has to.
No, I've shared stuff
has
with
guilt.
you where I hope you don't repeat it to anybody.
No, I don't.
All right.
Are you nuts? I need to maintain my friends here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe that'll be your because you're a very good guy who like listens and laughs and supports, and you'd be surprised how often that's lacking in this business. Not going to name names or anybody
I appreciate
or
that.
anything, but it was a guy we did this show with. It was the former co-host of the show.
You basically
Yeah,
called me everything but funny. And that
Frank called you that?
No, I said you
Oh,
just
okay.
called me
Your
pretty much
intro.
everything but funny.
All right, we're talking about Frank Terranova now.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Okay.
But I mean, you'd be surprised with even being supportive is pretty good, you know?
Wow. What kind
Yeah.
of low bar are we setting here? All right, I do fucking comedy. As well.
All right.
All right. I'm a
You
stand
do comedy. You had a show that was close to being on the air.
That's true.
It was an animated show about a black bus driver. I can't
Oh,
believe it didn't get picked up. You know?
That's true.
Yeah, you
No,
and
but-
Perlman.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we did sell a show,
Oh yeah, Dan Perlman, former guest.
which was very, very exciting. It didn't get picked up. I don't
Why
know.
don't you just so it didn't? Why don't you just make it on your own now? You can have me.
Do
I'll
they
play
own it
I'll play
now?
the black bus driver.
Um,
Here's my best black bus driver.
Here we go.
voice.
Yeah,
you
here
know
we
what's
go.
really funny? You were talking about a little bit about the business beforehand. We submitted this show to like a startup animation production company that did like little minute shorts.
Mhm.
We thought, oh, this would be perfect. And there's
Yeah.
like, but of course, no money or
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
But we're like, this is great. This will kind of get it off the ground. We'll at least get to make it. And they said no.
Yeah.
And then Fox and 20th Century Fox said, we love this. So that kind of sums up, you know,
Are you really that entrenched in show business where you're bragging about that? You're like, and then 20th Century Fox said they
what
loved
do you mean
it.
bragging? No, it's not. I'm not bragging.
So take that.
I'm saying
he's just
this-
full of spite at all the people who wronged him.
No, I'm saying the startup
Oh my God.
place said no.
Ugh.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Who
not,
who cares? Am I right, Matt? Huh? I thought
This is so
I thought
weird
you were
me.
going to be the faggot on this episode, but it ends up being Will.
this is literally the like worst fucking setup. You were like, why don't you
Is
list,
it?
list your credits? I'm like, well, I sold a show. Hey, you piece of shit, faggot. You sold a show.
Yeah,
Listing
it's-
your credits. You
No, because it
narcissist.
was the way you said it, where you're like, and then 20th Century Fox.
Well, what do you want me to say? That's the studio.
Ooh, because those people are they're all All right. Anyway,
I love all the people there.
Congrats on almost selling a show.
Thank you. We
right.
sold it. We didn't go anywhere.
Oh, you did. You sold it.
We did sell it. It just didn't
good.
get picked up.
I bet you spent. What'd you spend that money
So
on?
you can't make it now? They own it?
Yeah.
It's kind of complicated. I don't really know how it works now.
so-
It's kind of honestly, it's obviously like none of my business. It's like agent, lawyer stuff.
So-
It's none of my business.
not to talk about.
Yeah, I can't really talk. Actually, I frankly don't really know the details, but I think they do own it. But it could go elsewhere. But whatever.
So when I walk my dog in my neighborhood, because I have a very expensive dog.
Is it an expensive dog?
Oh yeah.
What makes it expensive?
The price.
Because when they were writing out the price tag, they wrote a 3, a comma, and 3 zeros.
Expensive to buy.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about the maintenance? Like you buy an apartment, but then you got to look at the maintenance. So what's the maintenance been like?
Not bad.
Okay.
He eats like
He seems
the
small.
good. Yeah, he's
Your
small. He eats the
labor,
good food.
you know?
The
How
vet
much shit
is
have you
what
had to
sucks.
clean up?
Well, because like every time something happens, yeah, that's not even that. I kind of like picking up his shit actually.
Okay.
But every time something happens, it's like you can't just leave it at home. Like you can't just leave it if he's shaking or something.
Well,
because
why not?
Because it's a $3,000 dog.
Oh, I see. Oh, because of the money.
Yeah.
Not because it's morally wrong.
Right. No, but it's like you can't. You have to get it checked out, or you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose all your money.
Now this is a
If it was
purebred, right?
If it was some rescue. No, he's a mix.
He is?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sharpei Beagle.
Shar-Pei Pug.
Wow. It looks like a dog that like
Never mind.
was really
Okay,
fat.
so if you have a slip up like that again, you're fired.
You know those people that like lose a shit ton of weight
Yeah.
and like they have that like loose skin? It
Matt
looks like
gets
this-
information wrong, but it's always like pretty crucial information. Like I'll be like, Matt, how many downloads did we get for that episode? He's like, 70, and it's like 70,000.
Yeah.
It's probably what's happening.
Yeah.
There's no way that I'm this brilliant
It's
and
a
only
picture
have
of a pug.
just a few listeners.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of a point, but it's not.
Go ahead. What was your point?
No. I was just saying. Well, this will be the third time I told this joke. Just like that video. Why did you have to start that video? It literally felt like you were looking for a way to torture us. You're like, let me start this video 3 times. That's
Because
like a form
I'm
of,
an architect. This isn't just a podcast. This is a work of art. I score it. You know.
You know what's good about your dog is
I-
like if
You
it's
I
leave your
think about the mood.
imperfections.
I do little plays, little
Yeah.
opening plays. That was fun. We should do more stuff like that.
Can you lift this dog up by its loose skin? This is one of those dogs. With
I
very-
guess you can, but he's too heavy now. I think
Right.
I feel like it would hurt him.
he seems like a good
Yeah.
eye mask. You know, if it's kind of bright out, you can just kind of drape that over if he's sleeping next to you,
Yeah.
or another comforter. You know, just drape. That's a lot of skin to play with. I'm saying,
Yeah.
he was.
You can fold the skin and fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. It was an expensive dog, but I'm saying you can get your money's worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Imagine
He's so soft.
Imagine
What
he
are
is
you doing
very
to my
soft.
dog?
Dude, it's like I bet if I folded the skin over, it would look like a vagina because he's got bristly hair too.
Right.
Oh, I'm getting excited. I'm excited thinking about this.
He's like,
but it's
what
like
are you
it's like
doing?
Yeah.
you know when a bitch don't shave a pussy all the way. You know when there's a little bit of when there's like a little bit of pussy hair like my beard.
Yeah,
kinda?
yeah. It can be rough.
Yeah,
Right.
no, but I think
But you
that's
like
that's
that.
good. Yeah,
You like the 5 o'clock shadow?
yeah,
I see. All right.
like the old 5 o'clock. More like there's no puns there.
Oh man.
But imagine like my girlfriend comes home and I'm like folding my dog's skin and fucking it. And she comes in, she's like, "Oh my god, you're gay!" That's like all she takes away.
Because it's a boy dog.
Yeah. The fuck is this gay dog fucking shit?
Wow. Oh my god. That's great.
Russ Maneve has
I
that
would-
joke. He's like, I like people like doggies. I'm ruining the whole joke because people like doggy style. I like human style. That's when I make love to my dog on his back. And then he goes, I wouldn't fuck my dog. I love him, her, whatever. He's like, does gender matter at this point? No one's gonna say, hey, stop that gay dog fucker.
That's great.
Yeah.
I would my girlfriend asked me like what are the most embarrassing things you've ever done in your life?
Mhm.
Like we had that conversation.
Yeah.
I think it's like a standard go-to.
Yeah.
And I think when I was right when Jackass was coming out, like everyone made like their copycat video. Like everything
Yeah.
said in the beginning of like, please don't do this at home. And of course immediately me and my brother like get out, like
Yeah.
buy a cheap camera
Yeah,
and
of
start
course.
tackling each other in the snow.
course.
But the standard
We did that with Cat Dog, me and my brother. We fucking sewed our ass. We sewed our asses together.
Oh, I thought that was Human Centipede. I thought that was something
No.
different.
No, did you watch Cat Dog, or was that like ahead of your?
I'm not gonna be able to
ahead of your
finish
time?
one fucking point. I'm sorry, I'm the guest. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Just the one embarrassing thing was
But what did I tell you before we started this show?
What
Because
did he
it feels
say?
like you're trying to
What did he
control
say?
a little bit.
Just a little bit. Go ahead. How is that Jewish?
This show is Palestine, and you are a guest.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me know
Anyway,
if this is
Go ahead.
embarrassing. I
Yeah.
put for the video.
Uh-huh.
I put peanut butter on my ass, not on my asshole, but like
Okay.
on my
Right.
cheek,
Yeah.
and had my dog lick it off.
It's not embarrassing.
Not too bad, right?
Not even a little bit.
And here's the thing, though: is peanut butter's pretty thick, right? So the dog was like trying to. You can't like really lick it off.
Yeah.
So it started like kind of clamping down with its teeth.
Oh, it did.
So the teeth was kind of like digging into my, and that felt a little good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
Well, it's good you didn't do that to your dog. Your dog could have got AIDS. Your dog could have got Jew AIDS that way.
What if you accidentally liked it?
I didn't accidentally like. I kind of like it was it was a nice sensation, but
Yeah.
I was able to hide the erection.
Yeah.
So.
Like maybe this with toes next time.
yeah.
Dogs are
It's-
so gross.
It's very awkward. It's awkward because that was my first kind of like sexual experience. So I'm in the sack with my girlfriend now. I'm like, can you put peanut butter on my ass? She's like, what? I'm like, nothing. It's just old reference to her.
Oh wait, she said you started telling the story. I don't think that's embarrassing at all.
That's not a bad one, right?
Was it?
I
But there's
have worse.
video of it somewhere, right?
There's video of it somewhere. Yeah, definitely.
You're
And
not
we're gonna
shaming
fucking
another
take that-
person.
How was that? Does that count as
We're
one of my
gonna
credits?
Take that video. We're gonna convert it to DVD. We're gonna go to that one place that does it. We're gonna take the DVD, put it on Matt's computer, save it to a thumb drive, then upload it.
Oh man, maybe they cropped my head out of it. They were
So
good.
you started telling her that a dog licked your ass, and then what happened? She was like, "Don't." She was like, "What?" And then you
I think
stopped telling the story.
I don't think she was too happy about it. Well, not unhappy, but
Oh,
like
so just the peanut butter on your ass thing she didn't like?
No,
What
no, I
was
think-
her most embarrassing thing? Man, this bitch never put peanut butter on her ass.
that wasn't even the. I definitely had more up my sleeve.
Uh-huh.
That was I just thought that was the most amusing to share
Yeah.
on the sit down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what happened? She didn't
She told me something, but it was
No,
really,
but like so you didn't finish the story.
I told her as much as I told you
Yeah,
right
okay.
now, and
Oh,
she was
okay.
just kind of like, I don't know. She didn't like look down on it, but she's like, I also don't know why you would do that either. Like I don't know why you would
Yeah.
find the need or have the imagination.
Because I'm a comedian.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, because I was born to do this.
Yeah,
all
we
right?
Yeah.
were copying Jackass. What are you looking for?
Yeah, we were brilliant.
Yeah.
All right.
Did I see I never for some reason I never got into Jackass. It wasn't my show.
Oh, really?
And everybody loves it.
To me, it's the funniest fuck. What do you
That's
think?
what
Matt?
that's what
You-
everybody says.
You're lucky you didn't live around like a shopping cart mall.
Yeah,
It sounds
exactly.
like because we had shopping carts and that's like
And I was a faggot, so
yeah.
To me,
One of my first
That
jobs
was
was pushing carts. So like, oh my god, that
you
was
think it was-
right when it came out.
Did you think it was funny, Matt? When you
I mean, it looked like it hurt. It was
Matt was
definitely
the
like,
Matt was the
oh.
town Matt was the town gay retard in his town, and they were like, "Hey, game everybody, it's the gay retard." Everybody was British.
Matt, do you take this? Is this every show that you have to go through this with?
It's not that bad. I was walking in here and I was like, Matt Anderson is the best producer. He's got all the
Yeah.
equipment.
Yeah,
he puts
it's
everything
true.
up on time.
Yeah, Mike.
I love him like
Cole.
I love him like
It's
a
true.
brother.
Yeah, it's definitely we have like a.
And then you were like, "Oh,
special-
Shelby's asleep, so you can't yell slurs." And I'm like, "Bye. Let's do it another time then."
yeah. You're like, well, one person said this about my roommate who I've known forever, and he's like a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
If you talk shit to someone like to their face in person, but then you speak like nicely about them behind their back,
Mhm.
that's like the sign of like a good guy. So like you and like
Yeah.
in the car, you were saying like, yeah, Matt's like a great guy, and here you're like fucking gay retard piece of shit.
Yeah.
you know. And it's like that I'm trying to say
Oh.
because you're calling him
It's
a gay,
how he gives
a gay
it, you
retard.
know?
What I'm saying is
Yeah.
you're a good guy.
Right.
Right.
I wouldn't say that to someone I actually hated, like my father.
Oh, man.
When Mike is mad at you, what he does is he like looks at his computer or his phone or whatever it is, and he just won't look at you. So like there was one episode where he was just like staring at his computer, and like you could tell we were like mad at each other.
The silent treatment.
Yeah.
I see.
So
And all our fans sided with Matt.
no, they don't. What? No, they
I
don't.
Oh,
I fucking hate the way you sound.
Yeah.
That's great.
You know who else does? Anyway. All right. Well,
So
we're
the
doing
mob.
this. What?
So the mob.
Sure. You didn't get my text about that video, right?
You said just pull up any mob video.
I said find like a 10 to 7 minute video we can watch.
Oh, okay.
That's all right. We can do it during the break.
Okay.
I'm doing this episode because I'm going to Denver tomorrow, baby. I'm doing Comedy Works, a couple shows with Colin Jost, and 7:30. So you'll see this. Shit. I did them already.
What's your Wednesday show?
I did the shows
What's
already.
Your Wednesday show.
I don't have a Wednesday show. I'm here in New York at Lucky Jack's.
So you're flying to Denver
For one day.
tomorrow for one day, and you're coming
And
back.
I wanted to stay an extra day, but all the plane tickets were so expensive.
Just to hang out.
Damn.
Denver, I heard,
So
is
hang
pretty
out,
cool.
maybe do a show in Boulder. Yeah, it's cool.
It's a
yeah.
pretty cool
Smoke a
place.
joint, a legal joint.
Yeah. It's funny because downtown Denver still kind of feels like a town in a western a little bit. It's very sort of spread out,
Yeah,
and you can sort of feel like there's planes around you and stuff
right,
like that. you know?
right.
Yeah.
Now, what about the
So-
altitude? As a Jewish man, I feel like I have to warn you about the altitude. Stay hydrated.
Okay,
Okay, that's
Okay.
very important.
good to know.
You don't want to get a headache on stage.
Yeah. So I'm going to Denver tomorrow. So we didn't have time to research a mob guy, but we're getting kind of sick of that shit anyway.
Yeah,
Matt?
this is a nice break.
Are you getting sick of the entire conceit of this show? Is that what you're saying?
No, I like doing the show, and I think talking about the mob is a good like jump
great.
off point for what. But sometimes we're like, who are we gonna?
Yes, I see.
Who are we gonna book? And then we sort of build the show around the guest.
Right.
So I'm just
Yeah.
like, how is this relatable?
So basically,
How are we gonna bring them in? You know?
just said we build the show around the guest. So I showed up and you're like, we have no plan this show.
yeah.
So what does that say about fucking me?
Huh?
What does that say about me? That you have no plan? That you usually build the show around the guest, and then you're like, hey, Will, we have no plan. Time for you to be the guest.
So you think it's like beneath? It's like lower than you think you deserve to be like?
I'm saying I'm insulted.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm not insulted.
That's sorry.
But I haven't seen, which I will say for the listenership, The Sopranos, which I know is kind of like a sin.
Uh-huh.
But
I
don't know
just
if you-
started.
I don't know if
seeing
you've. Oh, really, Matt? You just.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever people ask me to watch a show,
Uh-huh.
I just have like an allergy to being told what to do. I
Yeah.
think. And also that it's TV, as if it's that.
I think I'm
important
kind of like that
anyway.
too.
Like
yeah.
I had I don't want to quote my own act, but I was like, I don't watch like any shows because then I can like say that I read.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, you fucker, watch your screen, and I'm gonna read my books because that's what I do. But I don't really read. But I get to claim I read
Mm.
if I also don't watch TV.
Right. Got it. Where the hell was I?
Are you lost on a piece of paper that has 4 words
Yes.
on it right now?
What were we talking about before this?
The conceit of the show. You're kind of getting tired of that.
Yeah, I shouldn't smoke weed with Matt.
What are you talking about? Do we need to take a break so
No,
you can
we're
do a
fine.
commercial read?
No. Give me a second. I wanted to talk about.
That's pretty funny. You plug in your dates, they're being like they already happened. That's a little behind the scenes for the listeners. That some of these are in the can,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
It ain't live.
Right.
All right. It's not happening just as you listen. This is a recording. I plugged dates on my show that were 3
The
weeks
show
old.
already happened, and I showed the whole crowd my ass.
Yeah, if you're listening to this,
Yeah.
I've already showed you all my ass in Denver on Tuesday night.
Is that your impression of me?
That's my time capsule impression of you, where you're like being overly serious. You're like, "Hi, this is Michael Recine. I'm talking to you on May 21st, exactly at 11 p.m."
Is this show at the Comedy Works?
What?
Is it at the Comedy Works, that club?
Yeah.
That's a great club.
Yeah.
That's where Dave Attell did his album, and I think Amy Schumer did her first album.
It's like one of the best clubs I've ever performed
that's
at.
exciting.
Yeah,
You've been there
that-
before.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
heard it's amazing.
It's great. That and Comedy on State in Madison,
Yep.
even though my camera got stolen out of the green room and they didn't pay for it.
the club?
Yeah.
You expected the club to pay for it?
Yes.
How much was the camera?
Like $400.
All right. So I think if there should be like an indifference curve, if the camera is 38 times what you're making
Yeah.
that night, then in this case, no, I'm
You should
kidding.
not expect your stuff to get stolen from the green room.
No, that's true.
But
That's rough.
Was
But
there
I
cameras?
guess-
How's that even a thing?
I don't know. Yeah, the owners probably stole it. I should go back there and yell at them.
Yeah.
No, but it's an amazing club, and all right, fine, whatever.
Like there's literally 6 total words.
No,
on
I
this
was
page.
wondering. Yeah, but we haven't gotten to any of this.
Oh, let's get to it.
I was wondering what we had talked about before because there was something I wanted to say, but whatever. Anyway, Going to Denver. We're getting tired of the mafia stuff. It's a good jump off point.
Yes.
Pause my stopwatch.
All right, no, it's rolling again. I just wanted to have an edit point.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
See, you have a good producer here.
He's great.
Yeah, he is good.
Yeah.
He knows
Except
what
when he
he's
opens his mouth.
What are you talking about?
doing.
Just kidding. Anyway. Thanks, Matt. We love everything that you do.
Did you talk on this
You better
podcast the
teach
whole
me.
time, Matt?
You
or
better
did you
teach
not,
me
like,
how to
in the
do this
beginning?
stuff, though, because
Because you produced the show. Did you not
back,
talk?
back when it was? I mean, I think we've gotten a little bit of the backstory of the podcast before, but like back when it was just a female comedian advice show.
it was me and Frank Terranova giving female comedians life advice.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
That was the first idea?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe that didn't work.
We
Well, it was just we had some good episodes, but the guests we were picking were like too young.
Did you have female comics on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would just give them advice on what to do.
more
Yeah.
or less they'd be like, I think I'm good. But you're like, no, but like there's something you're obviously lacking.
That is an unbelievable. That is so much better than what you're doing now.
Is it?
I don't even know why. No.
I had another show I wanted to do after a breakup. It was just called Broads. It was just me talking about relationships.
That's the worst one we've mentioned thus far.
Yeah.
That's pretty shitty.
Well,
just like angry men downloading this.
yeah,
like
would have been a huge success.
what makes you tick? My relationships. Wow, that sounds pretty. No, what do you think? This and that other one you mentioned are unique. Those are unique ideas. Talk about your relationship. That's what.
Well, no, it's not a relationship. It was going to be about how all women are awful.
Oh, yes, I see.
Yeah, but I don't think that anymore. Anyway, folks.
Changed, man.
Yeah, so yeah, all right, okay. Denver tomorrow. So today I'm like running around. I had to do Will's show. I did Will's podcast at 8:30. I forget the name of it.
Wow. Thanks.
But
Thanks for the plug. Go ahead.
Burrow Boys. Anyway,
Thank you.
so
No, I didn't.
so all right. So today, so Deborah, so my girlfriend's constantly ordering shit online. Okay, there's always fucking boxes in my house, and I'm like, you're a retard. We're not gonna. We're never gonna have anything. We're never gonna. And I'm so
what
happy
did
she's
she
not here right now.
order? Like, what did she? What's the most recent thing that she ordered?
Oh,
that got
thank
to
God you
you?
asked that question because I wasn't gonna get to that.
It's called the jumping off.
Yeah.
All right. So she here's what she ordered. Here's what she ordered, Matt. She ordered elevated dog bowls for both of our dogs because
Right.
apparently it's bad for the dog to eat off the floor.
Yeah.
Because when it lowers its neck, it makes it gives it AIDS. So we had to buy elevated dog bowls.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna try to tell you the story as like unbiased as possible. Okay. I take the box upstairs. I open the box. I'm like, what's in here? I'm like, oh, it's those dog bowls she ordered. Okay. I open the box. Here's everything I remember. I open the box to see what was in there. Some styrofoam comes out. I take all the styrofoam out. I take the box. She ordered 2 of these bowls. Okay. Our roommate doesn't like shit on the floor and stuff like that. So I take the box.
What a piece of shit.
I put it. Yeah, I know. He's real weird about that when there's shit on the floor.
Yeah.
So I take the box and I put it in our bedroom. Okay,
Yes.
out of the way.
Yeah.
She comes home. She's like, "Oh yeah, those are those bowls." She's like, "Where's the hardware for this one?" I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "Well, there's hardware in this other one, like screws and stuff." She's like, "There's hardware in this other one, and you
Threw it out.
And she's like, you probably threw it out or
Right.
something. So she's like, where is it? She's like, find it. And I had just gotten back from the park. I took the dog out. I made her dinner. I'm barely a comedian anymore. You know, this is who I am. I don't write jokes. I don't do spots. I fucking take care of this dog. And I make halibut for my girlfriend who worked all day.
Right.
And then I get pegged.
That sounds like love.
Yeah, it's love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the bad part? You don't do comedy and you get pegged now?
Yeah.
Sounds like you've made it.
I'm gonna get back into comedy though. Anyway, so
No, of course.
yeah, no, but tonight I'm doing this podcast, which is better than stand up. Anyway, where the fuck was I? So
The hardware's gone.
so it's like the hardware's gone. So I'm like, all right, fine. And I don't want to be like they didn't send the hardware because she's like that's what every man says.
Right.
So that's what every man says every time,
Yeah.
and she's probably right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that, but I'm sure the time there's not hardware in the box is probably like 0.001%.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. IKEA has never forgotten a wrench, no matter how many guys
Right.
claim
Right.
there's no wrench.
And that's the ultimate guy thing to be like, it's not fucking in there. So I didn't want to do that, right?
I just realized that I've actually seen these things before, these elevated bulbs, and I never understood
Yeah.
why.
It's like the standing desk for dogs.
But don't you think this is better than like? Yeah, I thought of it
some
like the
shitty,
like the squatty potty.
It's some shitty like neoliberal,
right.
idea.
It
where
sounds
it's
like
like,
it's
oh,
good for the
stand up.
dog.
How?
remember-
But why can't a dog? When a wolf kills something, does it need an elevated bowl?
Well,
in the
it sounds
wild,
like, when
when hyenas ate that baby.
stays in line, baby.
But when you're a hyena eating somebody, is your neck elevated? It seems like all food is on the floor.
Right.
But
Now-
dogs bend their necks. I don't fucking know.
Listen,
It's like the squatty potty, but for no reason. Which the squatty potty's bullshit too.
You think
I
so?
don't take better shits on the squatty potty.
do you have
No.
one?
I've used it a couple times.
Okay.
Do you?
I've seen it before. I've never used it before,
Okay.
but I could see the logic behind it. But I worked at a dog friendly hotel, like a fancy hotel we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And it was right by where they do the what the
That's
fuck is it
nice, a
called?
dog friendly hotel.
Yeah, best in
Why
show.
can't I bring my dog everywhere?
Well, they do. You know where they do? Whatever, the dog show.
Yeah.
Whatever. So these dogs would show up these like beautiful like purebreds. Just they have like better healthcare than me.
Yeah.
And I was talking to one of the guests, and I was saying, I've always had mutts. in
Better
my-
healthcare than me, folks.
Yeah. And I was saying,
That's the kind of quality that gets you a show sold at Fox. All right, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm bullying you.
wow, Jesus Christ.
All right, go ahead.
Oh man.
I'm mad at my dad.
So I said, I've always had mutts in my family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but your dog is just like beautiful. It's like a Swiss Mountain dog.
Mm.
And he goes, yeah, what I like about purebreds is that they actually look like a dog.
Oh wow,
That's what he said.
that guy's got a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, you can't like really talk back if you're wearing like a bow tie and a vest and you
Yeah.
have to send him a coffee maker.
But you just told him your
So I just
dog
had
was
to-
a mutt.
Yeah. And he said,
Was he saying that as like a fuck you?
of course. Yeah, that was I was like, well, what's your feeling about interracial marriage? Just curious.
Yeah.
Lay it on me. Yeah, he was basically like,
You
mutts
you
aren't
asked him that?
dogs.
Yeah.
No, I wish I did.
Oh,
He's like, yeah, I think he was implying mutts aren't dogs and my dog is a dog. Only
What a
purebreds,
cocksucker.
only purebreds where their cousins are fucking, you know,
Yeah.
and they have problems later in life. That's the
Yeah.
real dog.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
We should beat that guy up.
We should. I know where he
Looks like a
Dog
dog.
elitist.
I know. Isn't that unbelievable? Yes, a dog elitist.
It's still a dog though.
Yeah, but then in hindsight, I thought, my dog really wasn't a dog. I didn't like. No, I loved my
Yeah,
dogs.
yeah. Right.
They also live to like 18. Like purebreds die when they're like 6
Uh
or 7. They have like all sorts of problems. And my parents are thinking about getting a dog now.
huh. Okay.
And I was like, if you're gonna get a mutt,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they live a while.
Yeah.
You're getting up there in age.
Yeah.
This thing might, outlive you here. I might have to like take this on a
Right.
little bit.
Every dog should be a mutt.
You think
Because
so?
I don't even know what the dog breeds are.
What is your dog? A mix?
Shar-Pei pug.
A Shar-Pei pug.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty cool combo.
And don't mess it up, you fucking faggot.
What do you mean?
Yeah, earlier I said Shar-Pei Beagle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that very offensive when they get the mix? Oh, we got our dog DNA
Yeah.
tested. My mom paid for a DNA testing.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking hysterical. Yeah, to see
This is the
what
dog
she was made up
from
of. She had like
Norway, or
it gives you like basically like the main things. She had like flat coat retriever, golden, like she was a mix of a few
Oh.
things. And then it goes like really like hundreds of years ago. Like she was like part pug and she looks like nothing like a pug, but there's like a pug.
So
in it.
is a pug a purebred?
A pug is a purebred.
Okay.
And that's why they're fucked. And
Yeah.
they have all these problems. They can't breathe right.
Right. Right.
Because they're like, no, we think that's cute.
You got to
not
mix it with a
breathing.
dog that has no problems. The Shar-Pei.
Yes,
You know?
exactly.
Nothing bad goes wrong with them.
Yeah, your dog might be the only mutt with more problems than a purebred.
Yeah.
That
He's,
extra
he's like a
skin-
little celebrity around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your dog kind of looks like a dog Benjamin Button. Like it's born looking old.
Oh
The
yeah.
skin, and it's gonna get like younger over time as it fills out and the
Yeah.
skin gets pulled back.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And then he'll when he dies, he's a baby.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess I lost the hardware for this elevated dog bowl, but I
Yes.
don't think that I did. Honestly, I don't remember anything falling out. Or
Let's not forget your indenter.
It might have. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Denver right now, hiding from that devil woman. And then before I left the house, because we were fighting, before I left the house, and I was like, "Hey, if I get hit by a bus, I love you," you know. And she was like, "You are like not dramatic at all. Like if there's ever a situation, you don't dramatize anything. You act totally normal."
That's the Mike Recine sweetness, though. It's
What?
like if I kill myself or get hit by a car, just know I love you.
Yeah,
That's about as.
it's fun to be dramatic.
I've said that, but
It's
like,
a conflict.
Yeah.
It's the whole basis of what we, you know.
yeah, I've definitely said that. But when it's said to you, oh my god, you're just like, hey,
You
hey,
said
come
what?
back. You know, when they're like, I hope I don't die or get hit by a bus.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
You're like, wait.
Oh yeah, you're
Wait,
really gonna
wait,
get hit
wait.
by a bus.
Have you experienced anything with a dog where it's like they say when you have like a kid, the man gets a little jealous of the kid because the kid is taking the woman's attention?
Oh yeah, well he does fuck her better.
Yeah,
You got a point there.
Frankie Wrinkles is not a homosexual.
Is that happening a little bit? Is this dog getting too much attention and you're not getting enough attention?
No,
Frankie
No.
loves pussy.
I don't think.
I'm trying to Dr. Phil you here.
No, I don't think so. That's a good question.
It seems like it's bringing you guys together,
yeah, it is.
but that's
But
just.
we were on the verge of a bad breakup. But, no, yeah, no, it's good. But anyway, so she's like, "Oh, you lost the hardware." I'm like, "I didn't lose the hardware." She's like, "It's probably in the garbage." So,
Yeah.
because I guess I threw it out because it's a little red baggy. Like I would have known if I threw it out. I would have seen it. You know.
Did you
It's-
get it? Was it in the trash? Where
Yeah.
was it?
So I take another bag, I put it in the recycling bin. Like I take another garbage can and put another bag in there, and I dump the garbage into another bag.
Into your roommate's bed.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, into my roommate's bed. And she goes, You're not even going through it piece by piece.
Oh my God.
So she tells me to go through it piece by piece. So
It's torment. Yeah.
and it's like on one hand I feel vindicated, and then I'd also like put I smashed a dish.
Oh, so this is how you cut your finger.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
At one point I smashed because we were fighting and I
Wow.
smashed a dish because I was like, you guys fucking blame me for everything. Her and her roommate.
Yeah.
I threw something, it hit a dish, and the dish shattered. Then I threw the dish out. Then as I'm going through the garbage, I sliced my finger open.
Knowing the way you think, I think here's how it went down. You didn't
Yeah.
slice your finger while going through the garbage. You said, I'm going to slice my finger right now in this garbage, make her feel bad.
I wish.
You did
but
that-
that wouldn't
you did
make her
that in-
feel bad.
You
though.
did that intentionally and you told
She
me that
wouldn't
off air.
care. And she doesn't care. She doesn't care that I cut my finger open.
Well,
She doesn't fucking care.
You've shown me
And yes, it was on a dish that I smashed. But she acts like she's fucking perfect.
Right,
She's always buying shit.
right. But don't you think it's
She
better?
has bad habits too, but she gets no shit.
But
for
she's
them.
buying shit for the dog. Don't you think that's better than like if they're, shoes and jewelry and whatever coming in them? She's looking out for an animal.
Yeah.
And she's more concerned about the dog than you right now.
Yeah.
And that's why you're upset.
Yeah. No, but she's like, you're not going through piece by piece. So then I literally put on latex gloves and I go through the garbage piece by piece. I take every piece of garbage out of the can and put it into the other can. And there's no hardware to be found. So where did the fucking hardware go? Where did it go?
Right.
Unless Andy picked it up.
Great question.
Who's Andy?
But what? Our roommate.
Oh,
But
I
what
see.
am I, like, stupid? I'm not stupid that I just, like, threw a bag of hardware across the door. There wasn't any in
Hold
there.
on. Is that a trick question?
Yeah.
Did you contact the company and tell them that the hardware wasn't in there?
I don't know, but I feel like they don't make that mistake. She's like, that's what every guy says. But maybe this was the one time that there wasn't hardware.
Yeah.
It's got to happen sometimes, right?
I mean, I think they're ready to deal with it.
I think
What's like key is like
Or
error
they
rate
care.
on that. That must be very low.
it's
They probably have to buy you a new apartment if they forget a wrench.
It's the
Okay,
same
fair
rate
and
as
square.
like a pregnancy with a condom, you know?
the thing is,
Yeah.
how do you prove it? Like they won't like admit to like, oh yeah, we didn't send you a wrench. It's like, even if they didn't send it, it's like you lost it. They have
Of course.
proof of something.
Of course, because you must have opened the box and it slid across the room.
What are
and
they
into
gonna What are they
a
gonna say?
mouse must have taken
Oh,
it, yeah.
probably. Yeah, we probably forgot this one.
Oh,
This was-
so you
How do
never
you
even
prove it?
know. How do you prove
how
it,
the fuck
Will?
do you prove it? Yeah,
That's a good point.
Yeah,
It's probably top secret
Here's
information.
the only way to do it.
Dude, this is a great episode. Ooh, investigative reporting.
Here's what you need.
It's an investigative journalism.
You need
show.
like a circular 12 camera thing like they did the Matrix, so they can spin around as you open the box.
Right.
You very carefully show everything. If the wrench isn't in it, that's the only way you could prove it. But who can afford a 6 camera shoot when
Right.
you're trying to feed your dog? You know.
Yeah. I will to fuck IKEA over. Right. You're like, because no one calls and goes, you definitely didn't send me a wrench.
Yeah, and what are
They
they
go,
going to
hey, I think I didn't. I might have lost the wrench, and they're like,
You definitely.
they're like, yeah, that's okay. So this happens all the time.
Right, what are they going to say? You got
Yeah.
me. No,
Yeah,
of course not. You're a fucking idiot. You
Right.
lost it. So even if
Right.
you're right, you're fucked either way here, dude.
Man, I really want the answer to this question.
You should
Yeah.
call them on the podcast.
Mm. All right.
Also, is there an animal in this apartment? Because there's an astounding amount of hair on this mic.
Um, yeah, there's a dog.
Just Matt and Shelby.
Yeah.
There's a dog that's a friend of the show.
What kind of dog?
Oh,
It's both of his dogs,
Wow.
and then Tilly.
Have you had to put dogs down? I've
Your
had to put
dogs-
2
your-
dogs down in my lifetime.
yeah, one. Yeah, it was sad
It's
because
the
he was
worst thing
9.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really tough because as I was doing it with this other dog, he kind of looked at me like, I'm feeling better now, but they
Uh-huh.
already put the shot in, so it was kind of too late.
Oh, you were there when it? Yeah. when his
Yeah, I
body
did-
went limp. I wasn't there for mine.
Here was a big argument with my parents.
Yeah.
I don't know if where you did it, but it's something like it's an astounding amount of money to have them cremated by itself.
Uh-huh.
It's like $400, and then
It's an
it's
astounding amount of money.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's come on,
okay.
that's a lot of money.
I thought you were gonna say like thousands of dollars.
I have no idea, maybe 500 or whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's like $50.
$400.
But then it's like $50 if you just put it on a pile of dead dogs and you put them all in the same furnace. So my mom was like, I can't have it with other dogs. I have to. And my dad's like, I have to fucking spend $500 to give it
Yeah.
a private funeral
Yeah,
as
yeah.
it burns alive.
Give me the body. I'll burn it in the backyard like Qui-Gon Jinn.
I want to clarify, not burns alive. It was already dead. So,
Right, yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, I've seen that. I want to see my
Sorry.
golden retriever.
Dude, we're gonna
go.
dress up like
Sorry.
Jet. We're gonna dress up
Yeah.
like Master Yoda
Yeah.
and Anakin and
Put a-
Obi
Put a
Wan.
Darth Vader mask
We're
over
gonna
it.
put
Yeah.
right.
build a
Put a-
huge fire.
You know what I thought when
Dress
I saw
like
that?
Senator Palpatine.
Get hire a bunch of midgets wearing the little Ewok costumes.
Did you ever think when Darth Vader was burning in that fire? Even as a kid, I was like, oh, that plastic has got to reek. That burning
I
plastic.
did not think that.
You cannot
Yeah.
cook s'mores over that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Be careful.
Yeah, if you make
You-
burgers.
I was big into making s'mores on my stove when I was younger, when I was probably 12, and then
Yeah.
apparently you're not supposed to do that. Cook s'mores on the gas
I feel
flame.
like this says a lot about someone. When you make s'mores and did you ever do it a campfire?
Yeah.
Were you the guy who tried to perfect it the golden brown, or were you just the one who fucking shoved it in there and lit it on fire and started
Or were you the one that
Oh, golden
took
brown.
it and
tried
shoved
to-
it up your ass?
and tried to light the gay kid on fire? Sorry,
Guys, what is this? What is this? The homophobia hour?
this is what happens.
I said shove it
This
up your ass.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you spend a little too much time in a day with Mike Recine. You're talking about lighting. Anyway,
Yeah.
you were golden brown.
Huh?
You were golden brown.
Golden brown, yeah. And I never
That's
knew how to
interesting.
cook the underside of the marshmallow because it's always the top gets cooked.
So you held it far enough away, patiently twirled it.
Twirling it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to get a golden brown.
Yeah. Because that
Oh, I want a marshmallow.
that crisp on the outside when it's burnt is not good, but the gooey jizz on the inside after it's burnt is.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I love putting that down my back.
Man,
and
I want to
slurping it
make
down.
I want to make a marshmallow tonight. But I can't. I'm on this fucking paleo diet.
Wow, son of a gun.
I really wonder
Or
if
like the
it's,
Galeo diet, am I right?
Yeah.
See, this is really what
Sick,
I've
dude.
I haven't used gay as a slur in the last 5 years. I've moved on and,
And-
then 2 hours with Mike Recine. I'm talking about lighting them on fire.
And now, yeah.
My career's over, and
He's terrible.
yeah, this is gonna be it.
Oh,
do
come
you
on.
think about
I
that?
don't have any hate in my heart. What?
No, I know. It's a hard thing to think about. But do you ever think let's
Setting
say
people on fire?
sure.
Go ahead. What? No, what?
No,
I think about
do you ever
what?
think long term, oh man, once if and when I become super famous, it's they're gonna have a fucking field day sorting through my old shit,
No, because I'm gonna flush him down the toilet like Karen from Goodfellas.
It doesn't work in that movie.
No, but so I have thought about this because
Have you? I'm curious.
I
'cause,
had so I had a Facebook post recently that I was banned for 10 days,
Yeah.
and it
not proud
now
of
I don't
it.
know what the now I don't know why the hell I would ever type this, But it's like I've been doing comedy in New York for a while, so I've just been, even when I was like a 22-year-old idiot, I was still here doing stand up and stuff. And
Right.
it was a post that like had the N-word in it from like 2010, which is only like 8 years ago. And I'm like, I don't know why I thought that was cool to type that.
Wait, and they just got you for this recently?
Yeah.
Or
Somehow
then-
it
or
turned
then
out. No, recently.
Recently, they got you for a
Like
post
maybe
from
4
2010.
months
Facebook.
ago. Yeah.
Aren't you
10-day
kind of
ban.
honored? You're like, wow, you must have combed through a lot of
Yeah.
my good stuff to get
Do
that.
you-
I guess, but it was just kind of like alarm. But anyway,
Do
I'm
you
just
feel
gonna.
similar to Cosby in that you're getting nailed so much later after the crime?
Yeah, it's like I'm not even that guy anymore.
right.
That's funny, Matt. Good job.
All right.
You know what? Yeah,
It's a bad dynamic.
we're gonna.
Anytime I say something funny, like stops the show.
No, I have a bag of dog
He's like-
treats here. I'm gonna give him a snack.
That was great, man.
Yeah.
I saw somewhere. Have you eaten a dog treat before? Have you done that?
Yeah.
You read
A
that
bunch.
somewhere?
Where did I see that somewhere that you ate a dog? Someone posted you were hanging out with said I just
Oh,
watched Mike Recine
Yeah,
pop a dog treat in his mouth.
Scott put it on his Instagram.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, you did.
Cool.
Yeah, dude. It's around.
Now, are you that strapped for cash that you have to share food with your dog? Is that what's going on?
No, but I would eat this food if I had to. It's not bad.
It seems very dry. It would be very dry.
Yeah, but this stuff that I feed him, it's called Origin.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. It's not too bad.
All right.
Tastes
It's
like the
actually
British
nice.
office.
Why don't you get
It's nice, yeah.
long-term goal, expensive
Mhm.
sponsor of the podcast?
Mm,
Shout him out. Why don't we do a
You
fake
think?
ad for Origin right now?
Okay.
All right.
Hey, everybody.
Just see what they've been missing.
Does your gay ass dog need
Yep.
some
And we've lost them.
food? A different kind of food?
Oh man.
Man.
Will, this is a safe space. Okay?
That's
You can-
offensive to
Sorry.
gay
Sorry.
dogs.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, this bitch makes me go through the whole garbage can.
Right.
So in a way, I feel vindicated
right.
because there's no hardware in there. But like,
Yeah.
what do I do?
You contact the company. There's so
And
many.
they'll send me
of
the
those
hardware,
little
or I'll
bags.
just go to the fucking. How about this? I'll go to Dave's Hardware on DeKalb Avenue. Shout out to
What's
Dave, great guy.
Yeah.
I'll go to Dave's Hardware and be like, Dave, how do I build this? And he'll sell me the shit that I need.
Exactly. Yeah. It seems like these pieces aren't I can't imagine they're
Integral.
Yeah, well, I'm
Integral.
just saying you could probably get it elsewhere.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
What?
Integral?
Integral?
I think integral.
It's not integral.
Which one is it? I think you can say both.
It's an integral. Yeah, integral. I think it's integral.
Integral. Yeah. Here's what I think you should
yeah.
do. Never admit you've made a mistake.
Right. I
And
do
then
it
I
too
think-
much.
And then I think throughout the rest of and I think that's just like healthy
Mhm.
for you and your girlfriend.
Works for my dad. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, but it's like I guess what bugs me is I'm always making mistakes and I'm always admitting to them. And then like the
Well,
stuff that
that's
the stuff that she does, it's not a lot. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's smarter than me. But the stuff that she does is just like whatever, you know.
She
like,
works
with
like
kids.
ordering all this shit.
all day.
Yeah,
so
but I-
she just sees all.
you're
the
like my kid.
scam. Well, what does that have to do with Deb catching you?
I'm holding your hand through life. You never had a father, and you seek father figures in me. Anyway,
All right.
Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was I went. You ever go to SNL?
I've never been to it. No, I've never been to the show.
All right. Well, I don't know if anyone cares about this, but I went to the show and the after party, and it was fun. And I saw
Is this through Jost that you were able to procure
yeah.
tickets?
My girlfriend got the tickets through his assistant, who she's friends with.
Oh, cool.
But that she became friends with her because of me.
Cool.
But we like went to the.
That's so funny.
So fucking
Claiming
condescending.
it secondhand.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to be clear. All of my girlfriend's showbiz connections are because of me.
Actually, they're not because she. Yeah.
She
But anyway,
spent- yeah.
she threw money at Todd Barry once
What do you mean she threw money at?
because he was like an asshole to her.
Todd Barry was an asshole?
Yeah, he was like,
Really?
"Can you break a 20?" Because she was like doing the tips at the end of the night, so
Oh.
she had a big pile of money in front of her.
Yeah.
He's like, "Can you break a 20?" She's like, "I know it looks like I can, but I've divvied this money up among like 10 people, and I can't." And he was like, "Oh, why? You like can't do math?" She like took his 20 and then threw the change at him.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she doesn't take any fucking shit. I sometimes it's like I'll see her. I like she'll be talking to someone. I'm like, what's this guy doing? And I'm like, there's no situation that she can't handle.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Did you feel like you had to say something nice at the because of this whole hardware thing?
No, I don't like her right now.
She's lovely.
In fact,
dude.
I'm going to text my Gumar.
She is quite lovely.
She's great.
Yeah.
She did the show. She did the Patreon. We're going to have her on the regular one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But anyway, you fucks.
I think this is so good. This should be the Patreon. What do you think? If you want the bonus content with Will Julian. No. What am I saying? Bonus content. No. I need to be in the free thing.
You should be in the free thing.
Yeah, do you want
Yeah.
to get heard by like 2,500 people?
Yeah, that was the-
or
Yeah.
110 people.
Boy, am I bad at this self-promotion shit.
Yeah.
Here. No, this is going to be great. Put me on that special thing that
Yeah.
only 5 people who pay $3 a month.
All right. Can you be a little less Jewish?
Hey, they pay a little bit more than $3 a month. Why does everyone assume $3 a month?
Isn't that the minimum for the Patreon?
Maybe, but that's what all the scrubs do.
Yeah,
Oh, I
We're
see.
5.
That's for people that don't believe in themselves,
Yeah.
Right.
you know?
Well, $3 a month. That's easy to forget about too. I think.
Well, I think that's how they get you.
Yeah.
But it adds up.
Yeah.
You know, which is
Mm.
why I put it on my mom's credit card.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, anyway, I saw my girl Scarlett because Deb and I had seen Isle of Dogs that day.
So you're saying your girl Scarlett Johansson
Yeah,
is your girl.
it's my
Yeah.
buddy.
I see. Go ahead.
Yeah, saw her. She's doing well. She looks
Cool.
good.
Cool.
I was like, hey, we saw Isle of Dogs, and it's funny because you're not a dog, but you played one very well. Because there's so many unfunny people in that area, like in
Yeah.
that world.
Yeah.
It's almost offensive, so I just try to say whatever I think. I just say the most retarded thing.
I think that's great because no one.
then-
You said that to her face.
Yeah.
And what was her reaction?
She's like, "Thank you," but I still didn't know if she took it okay or not. Because it's funny, like I had dinner with her once, and then I've hung out with her like twice
right.
with Colin.
So she's a close
She's a close
personal
friend.
Yes, I see.
I gave her some pasta sauce.
Yeah. Basically,
it's-
you're close enough where you can call her a dog, and she should have a sense of humor.
Well, but at the same time, it's like she's such a big star that if she was like if she's ever like get away from me, I'm gonna have security escort you out of here. Like, I'm sorry, I'm very sorry, Miss Johansson. Yes,
exactly.
absolutely. Because there
No, I
is,
understand now. Yeah.
yeah, she probably deals with annoying people all the time.
Oh my god.
So it's like you just want to like I don't know.
Well, it's also I like your
You're
approach.
like, how do I act? You know?
No, I like your approach here,
Yeah.
which is like everyone kisses her ass.
Mhm.
So he's trying to play it cool by
No,
saying
so-
the most retarded thing he can think of.
Well, not retard. Well, maybe a little retard, but also
I
like,
just try to like make her laugh. You know,
try to make her laugh and
Right.
say something that no one's ever said to her before.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
one has called Scarlett
Right.
Johansson a dog.
not a
To her
dog. Yeah,
face.
yeah.
No one
Yeah.
has ever
No,
done that.
I said she's not a dog. I said you're not a dog, but you played one very well.
right.
Oh, you're not a
And
dog.
you didn't
Yeah, yeah.
step it up too.
I
You
see.
didn't talk about
You
how
think I just called her
offensive
a
it was
dog?
to Japanese people.
Well, I
No,
feel
I
like saying
didn't.
someone is not a dog and a dog is like pretty close. I don't know. For some reason, that seems pretty.
Yeah,
That's like saying you're not fat. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
kind of
right.
It's in that vicinity.
I said you're not a dog, but you play very well. She was like, "Oh, thanks." And then I was like, we were talking about like divorce, and she's talking about her parents, and she's like, "Yeah, it's better when people who don't like each other get divorced." And I go, "Yeah, I wanted my parents to get divorced because I didn't like the idea of someone having sex with my mother because I wanted to." And I'm like, because I'm Italian. And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Because I'm Italian." And she's like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, because Italian guys want to have sex with their mothers. And then she's like, "Ew." She goes, "Ew, is that true?"
Is that true? Is that because I was thinking there might be some more overlap between Italians and Jewish people than I thought. Like the insistence on eating.
Yeah,
There's one.
yeah.
Wanting to
sure.
have sex with their moms. That's enough. Well, also the whole, like the Gary Shandling thing. Like he thinks his mom wanted to have sex with him.
Yeah.
I think there's some overlap. I think Mike, me and you, we have a lot in common. Is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
You guys should bang each other's moms.
I would love to. Have you seen his mom? She's great. I met Will's mom at a show. She was she's a real sweetheart, and you can tell she was. You can tell she was a looker back in the. Still,
She was.
she's a looker. Yeah.
Yeah, she really was though.
I hope she listens. To
My
your
mom was
She
hot.
does. She does listen to the podcast, and she'll probably listen to this one if I which is funny
Oh
because
man,
there have
shout
been
out to
3
Will's mom.
separate shows where I've talked about how hot she is.
Really?
Yeah.
So my feeling is like I don't want my mom listening to the podcast, but every time I go home, I'm like, Mom, have you heard the podcast yet? And then she's like, Yeah, I listened on YouTube.
Oh god.
Oh,
that's-
Which I
really?
think she's lying. Yeah,
No, they're on YouTube.
I showed my dad
Yeah.
listened to it once, our podcast.
your podcast.
My podcast. And I said, Dad, what'd you think? He's like, you guys ever think about like outlining what you're gonna say before you say it, like out loud?
Yeah,
And I'm like, well, we do a little bit. He's like, well, maybe like a little more, than you have. It kind of
but
seems
that
like
is
you're
a
just
better way to do the show. 'cause
talking.
Sometimes I think you can get unfocused at people. It's
That's
hard to
such
listen.
a
It's hard to
sick
listen.
burn.
Isn't that
That's
hilarious?
such a deep cut,
It
sick
really-
burn.
He also
yeah.
said to me, here's another thing he said to me. This is all about getting back at my dad.
Uh-huh.
This show. Today.
Yeah.
No. He said to me, he's very like an honest dude. He's not like one of those guys. He's critical and like if you have like a bad set, he'll tell you why it was like a bad set.
Yeah.
And I did a show once and it went like really well. Do you know Jonathan Morvay? I don't know. If yeah,
Mhm.
friend of mine. I did a show and I got off stage. This was many years ago. And he said after I got off stage, he goes, "When do you think you're gonna stop being Dave Attell and start being yourself?"
Who said that? Your
My dad said
To
that
you?
me. Yeah.
Oh.
Right as I got off stage.
Whoa.
Wow.
And I was
Whoa.
like, well, and then I was like, well, actually, he's kind of right because I totally, that's you always kind of when you're a little early on, kind of doing
Yeah.
who you love
Mhm.
to a certain extent, and it takes a little bit of time. And
Yeah.
he was totally right, but it was just like a real sort of like, wow, how do you really feel?
Yeah. That's
That's
Hmm.
pretty
funny, but it's funny that your dad would have that much insight into
Yeah.
comedy. But was he into comedy before? Or did he get into it?
Yeah,
'cause
he
of
got
you?
me-
Okay,
he got
so
me
he got
into
you
it.
into it.
Yeah.
We say
Oh,
like
interesting.
I played like music too.
Yeah.
Growing up and like we weren't like religious at all. We were
Yeah.
Jewish but not religious. But it was like jazz and comedy.
Yeah.
And I played guitar as well and all this stuff. And my friend jokes that's like I became like a rabbi of
Uh-huh.
my family. Like I play music and do
Yeah.
comedy.
Nice.
I
Because, like-
picture your dad speaking to you only in parables. Just like quick little.
He was just like, or like by the way, he's a very like loving, he's like softened up, but he's a very loving dude. But like after
Yeah.
like shows or whatever, I'd ask what he thought. He's like, you weren't loud enough during your solos. Thought you played too many notes. Stuff like that. He'll just like,
oh yeah,
say-
I had an uncle who would do that. Send you like a critique of the show.
yeah,
You
yeah.
missed a pass.
But
over.
also, never did I ever like disagree with him. And I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
could kind of, because he's one of those guys who's like, if I tell him just nice job all the time, in like the long run, that's
Yeah.
gonna like hurt him.
Right.
And now I'm incredibly funny.
Right.
So look at
No,
what
if
I've become.
he told you nice job all the time, you'd have a show on Hulu right now.
Right. Well, Hulu picks up Fox shows sometimes, so you
Right.
never know.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm saying
still
all those
confused on
Hulu shows.
What happened?
All those Hulu shows are always like, just like a guy sitting on his couch
That's what it
drinking.
is.
Yeah. That's the whole show.
I don't know. I don't have an ex-girlfriend's password, so I don't know. Have Hulu.
Whoa. Whoa, dude. You really came. Damn.
Wow.
Never heard that joke before. Wait, are you saying that you don't, Will? Are you saying you don't use your own?
Wow. I'm just getting shat on.
No, but why? Because you're trying too hard.
To be funny?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, just be yourself. Stop being.
Stop
When are
being
you
a
gonna,
tell.
when are you gonna
David,
stop being a dummy?
When are you gonna stop being a gay Attell?
Yeah, a gay tell and start being yourself.
Oh man.
I know the
Anyway.
jokes Mike likes.
Yeah.
Any famous person add the word gay.
Yeah.
The gay
Oh, we
Godfather.
did the gay Godfather for
That
the
was-
Patreon.
It's a
What is that?
classic bit.
Oh, I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse, and then. No, it was like,
No, you're
you're
like,
coming here to my daughter's wedding, and you refuse to let me suck your cock.
at the end.
Oh my
At the
God.
end, you were doing like you're doing like Michael talking.
And said,
to,
it said, you can act like a man. It's like, you can suck off a man.
you were talking about Michael talking to Kay about like asking
Oh, yeah, yeah.
about his affairs.
Oh, yeah.
So you're saying
My father's like any other gay man, Kate, or any other man, Kate, like a senator or a president. It's like, Michael, do you know how naive you sound? Senators and presidents don't have sex with men. He's like, oh, now who's being naive, Kate?
Jeez, this is all these people on the Patreon feel fucked now. You just gave it to them for free.
That's okay. They got a lot of other good content. Trust me, a lot of other good content.
Like I'm paying $3 a month for nothing here.
Yeah, 5.
5. Sorry.
So anyway, so
Great
we
bit.
saw.
All right, let's
okay,
get to it. I'm
so
not
what are we gonna
funny.
do? We want to talk about the current movies, or do we want to talk about? Do we want to show Will a Sopranos clip?
I found so you asked me to look for a 7 to 9 minute mob clip.
Yeah.
I found Gangster Movies Best Scenes Part 1.
How about this? Do Sopranos? No, I want nothing to do with that idea.
Okay,
do,
perfect.
do,
Okay,
do,
perfect.
do Sopranos Furio Italy. So basically, I'm going to spoil this for both of you guys, but
right.
Furio is like kind of in love with Tony's wife, and she might have she has feelings for him too, because Tony's marriage is falling apart.
Edie Falco person.
So he's like, they're at the Furio's dad's funeral. This is his uncle he's talking to.
Italian's such a beautiful language.
Really? You mean that? Molto grazie. He's like, he misses Naples. But there's something about the way this old guy talks and like the way he gives him advice. I don't know. When I went to Italy, I watched this scene on my laptop like 10 or 15 times.
That sounds like you really got the most out of Italy. I sat on my laptop watching The Sopranos.
I did.
Do you think a child molester speaking in Italian would sound as beautiful and eloquent?
Yeah, hold on. I'll do it. All right, let me say I want to... Wait,
Do you think
let me
it sound as
I
eloquent?
don't even know that I speak Italian.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
All right.
so, all right, here's how you say I want to have sex with a child in Italian.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, mamma mia, io voglio un sesso con un bambino.
Wow.
Voglio. No, I'm sorry. So, avere. It's the infinitive. So, voglio avere sesso con il bambino. No, that's the baby. Hold on.
It sounds beautiful.
Voglio avere sesso con un bambino.
I hope there's some Italians listening now. I was like, that's not how you say I want to have sex.
Yeah.
You used the pluperfect, you dumbass.
My family in Italy. Yeah.
Yeah, if
They're
you
like,
know, please write it into the podcast.
No, that's right. Here, let's check
That's
Google.
the present perfect. That's you're having sex with a child.
No, let's check Google.
Yeah, you want that?
The one thing I learned in Hebrew while I was on Birthright, I tried to like memorize like one thing that I thought would be funny that I could like share with the Israeli soldiers so they don't shoot me in the head if I hook up with one of the girls they're hooking up with. And I just wanted to like memorize like, no, please don't put that in me.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, why? I'm like, well, I feel like that would be the most helpful thing to know if you're in trouble. You know?
But
I feel like...
Right. Because that's going to stop them.
Yeah, because I asked please.
Yeah, see? That's exactly what I said. Voglio fare sesso con un bambino.
Is this the only thing you know in
Voglio
Italian?
fare sesso con un bambino. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one
This is
phrase
the one
Mike
thing you know.
practices.
This is fucking hysterical because that was the one phrase I learned in Hebrew. Like we're both just sick fucks where we want to like learn the stupidest, sickest thing we can.
Yeah.
You're back to this beautiful language here.
Wait, so pause it. So so that's I love that line too because he's like, I can't stop thinking about this woman. He's like, who is it? And he's like, it's the boss's wife. And he's like, soprano. He's like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah. He's like, what are you crazy? And then the stuff this old guy says is,
non sono manco sicuro se adesso l'ha capita. Ma non l'ho mai dato nemmeno un vaso.
Meglio così, allora state lontano. Non è successo ancora niente.
Non so se
you
ci
stay
riesci.
away. There's no, I don't know if I can. I love her.
Fosse asciutto pazzo. In vita mia ho fatto tanta stronzità, ma non mi ho mai fottuto la moglie del boss.
All the shit I pulled in my life, I never fucked the boss's wife.
Dimmelo, non ghi attorno che parole.
Perché io
he'll
sapevo che
kill
se
you.
se la purava maccerei. Il boss bene sempre a sapere.
Guy looks
They
like
always
Bernie
find out
Madoff
everything,
in
these
15
bosses.
years, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Pronto? In un momento. L'avvocato mi ha dato
I got to take this as my lawyer.
l'unico mezzo sia
The only way you could have her is if you killed the man.
Sto saccio.
E allora, non fosse
So don't be an idiot.
Avvocato Zeni, pronto? Come sta?
I don't know. I just love that. I don't know where they found that guy to just be like, to
He's
just
pretty
be old and
authentic.
yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a like the penguin aged a little bit. I don't really know.
Yeah. I got to go back to Italy though.
Yeah, it sounded like you had a great time watching The Sopranos there. So basically,
Yeah.
is that what like you measure? Like, oh, I had an amazing time watching The Sopranos in Costa Rica.
But it's like the neighborhood you went to today, Arthur Avenue. It's that,
Yeah.
but like everywhere.
Right.
It's like they are good people, even though the racism is not. The racism's a little, and we're dumb.
Yeah, but other than that,
But yeah. But you just see old people walking around. There's such a different way of life, and I know everybody says this about Europe, but it's like it's not like a status thing, People just they just exist, they just live over there.
Yeah. Well, I love
people aren't like, oh, I'm 30. Maybe they are, but it's just people seem more at peace with the nature of life.
Right. And I feel like there's like way more napping.
Yeah.
Europe, you know what I mean? That's like, the siesta and everything.
Right.
Like now you're like kind of heavily criticized
I need
for
a nap
napping.
after raping that child. Is this show going anywhere? Our numbers haven't really improved, have they?
Yeah. They need to take a nap so they can rape a child.
Yeah. Can I just say, if that doesn't work, I don't know what's going to work. Get these numbers up.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're almost done, but that was that's a good scene. How about we did do Phil Leotardo. See what comes up there.
What's that?
That's a character from season 5.
I know
he's like an old school. He's a guy who he did 20 years. He's like an old school gangster, and he sort of has contention with Tony and his family. Because he's New York and Tony's Jersey, so he thinks they're like better than them.
Oh, I see.
He kind of looks down on Jersey.
Now look at you, Mike
boy.
Recine. You bridge the gap between Jersey and New York. I think. Don't you feel that way? You're kind of like the ambassador for kind of like mafia,
but I'm a guy who would go to New York and forgets about Jersey.
Oh yes, yeah.
You think you're better than us?
You're a redcoat.
All right, maybe.
Sacrimony allocated in federal court, admitting at least a 10-year connection with La Cosa Nostra.
Fucking nauseating.
John Sacrimony.
Could have been worse. He could have flipped.
Are you fucking kidding me? You don't ever admit the existence of this thing. Ever.
He should have stood trial like a man.
I did 20 fucking years.
Wow.
So he's upset because that's like a fundamental thing about his character. It's like he did 20 years.
Okay.
For the mob.
Okay.
So it's like,
I
did my time. Yeah.
And then
but he doesn't think that the people around him would have done it for him, which is like kind of a mind fuck.
This is one of the few shows where I might actually get to at some point, even though I resent that people. It's not. I resent that people
say to watch it, but everyone says it's the greatest show, and that's the thing. I have that instinct too, where I'm like, I'm not. That's not for me.
This I feel like
Game
is
of Thrones I've never seen, but this is come on,
this is different. I resent the people who say you need to see Lost. People are like, you need to see The Sopranos. Like, all right, I get that's maybe a little different.
Yeah,
Lost was all right, but boy, did it just get worse and worse, huh? I'm in season 2 now for The Sopranos, and it's fun,
There is for the listenership here. There's The Sopranos on 2 separate screens right now. There's The Sopranos on the TV and the iPad. This is a Sopranos heavy. You guys, you're hardcore.
Did we get that app idea on Mike earlier for the phone app where you take a picture of the tracksuit and it tells you where to buy it?
I'm gonna do Twitter for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. Just like I think you should contact the constellation people when you hold your phone to the sky and it's like, oh, that's the Milky Way galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
I think
you could do that.
They have the technology.
Oh, is that an app?
That is an app. Yeah, you just hold your phone up and you can kind of see where you are.
Interesting.
So you could use it for science or Italian fashion.
Right. Matt, make a note of this. We're going to have to take it out.
Take what out? This idea? You don't want people finding out about this?
No, because I'm tweeting something. I want to know what kind of tracksuit Paulie Wallens is wearing.
Oh, I see.
Anyway. Matt, Will, do you know anything? I guess we have to wrap up in a little bit. Huh?
Do you know anything, Will?
Well, that's a heavy question.
Do you know anything about Organized Crime in particular? Do you have like a favorite?
Do you want to talk
favorite gangster or
do you
somebody?
Want to talk about the real gangsters of this country?
Here was that's insane. For the record, Matt is holding a picture of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. That's what he's doing right there. They're real gangsta. Here's like the biggest crime I ever committed in my life. Ready? I was at Chipotle, and I asked for like a water cup.
Oh, here we go.
And I filled it with water, and then I put it in like a little splash of lemonade. Now, could I do time for that? Is that really illegal? Do you think? Could I get in a lot of trouble? That's about the worst thing I think I've done in my life.
Yeah.
So far, so good, right?
Yeah.
I've pretty much adhered.
Just a little splash?
Just a little splash for a little flavor.
I always get a soda to go with my Chipotle water cup.
Oh, that's smart. So you walk out. You fill it up and then walk out. That's smart.
Yeah, he doesn't want to face that kind of heat, you know, from some Dominican girl from the Bronx. Like, excuse me, did you put soda in that cup? Listen, it's Matt's like, listen, it's too risky. Just get it to go. You don't stay. He's like driving his son home after he got caught stealing from Chipotle. He's like, what did I tell you? You get it to go.
Get caught.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of like interested in that like choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like to kind of like do that, like the fact that you would kind of pick that over anything else is interesting to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you could over anything else.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I'm gonna break the law. I'm having this is a huge fucking risk.
Yeah.
But I would rather do that than have a typical whatever 9 to 5 or bag groceries. I would rather break. That's like more. I wonder if like part of it is like like the rush of breaking the law.
It is,
but
I think a lot of it is like wages in America not being high enough because your people are stealing all the money. All right, is this too much? With the...
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I guess we have to wrap soon. But a lot of times it is
I'm
like
fascinated with the psychology of it.
Yeah,
of like
same here.
People who are like go into it.
Yeah,
especially if let's say
some of the guys are bullied. You know, like there was one guy who was like who killed a lot of people, but he was like bullied relentlessly. They said he had like a high voice, so people would make fun of him. So then he like went to Japan and learned karate, and just like became an enforcer / drug dealer. And,
So, but I would be interested, like, I kind of get that, like, makes sense if you're bullied or if you grew up, like, on the streets or whatever. But if you had, like, any other choices, then I'm kind of fascinated with, like, what made you kind of do that.
Right.
That's interesting to me.
Right. Yeah, it's theoretically, it's not a life that everybody should go into.
Theoretically.
Like, it's not a life that you would want to go into.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
I think it's, like, right behind stand-up.
Yeah. Like no one in 100 years of like no one should have had to do that with themselves.
Exactly. Yeah, when it fucking dies out as an art form.
Yeah. Anyway, so Will, you want to plug your show?
Yeah, sure. Check out my podcast, please. Burrow Boys on iTunes. BORRBORO. Can't spell my own fucking podcast.
That's right.
But check it out. Mike was just on an episode. It was a very good time. For dates or whatever, just willjulian.com, Will Julian Comic on Twitter, Will Julian Comic on Instagram. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Really fun time. Matt,
check out
nice
out Sean McCarthy's podcast, Grub Stakers. If you guys like stuff about politics and economics, Sean does a show like about billionaires, and it's very good. He's a smart guy, and it's well researched and everything like that. I like it. Just a free plug. He didn't pay me. He didn't.
One more time.
Huh?
One more time for the fans.
Grub Stakers.
Okay.
Yeah, with Sean McCarthy. Good show. And yeah, my dates, MikeRacine.com, the Patreon. Email us, sitdownpod@gmail.com. Tweet us at sitdownpod. We read every email. Matt should be responding to them. I hope he is.
Jesus.
Okay, I'll start responding to them.
And
they all want to talk to you.
You guys have a sick relationship here. There's a real give and take here of like, that was funny.
Yes,
and like,
I give him the opportunity to make money.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see Matt just being so honored that he's involved in this.
He makes money.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
So do gangsters.
We're gonna start him. We're gonna
yeah.
Start him as we're gonna switch to a salary pretty soon though.
We should
so you can work him as hard as you want.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
We should start getting some sponsors, huh? Do you think anyone
I
would want to
guess.
advertise on our show?
That's why I was saying do the fake ad for that
Yes.
dog shit organic food that you give your
Well, you don't like that brand?
No, I'm just saying you should do ads for like brands that you actually need. Like
Oh,
you need
okay.
dog food,
Stuff I
right?
like, yeah.
And tomato sauce.
Hey
mozzarella.
everybody, do you need a set of headphones? Go to the Apple store. That's that's Apple. We're not being paid. We just love what they do.
Yeah. You need the cable triple play package.
Yeah. What am I doing? I've been doing Class Pass. That's pretty cool.
What's that?
It's like you buy credits and then you can take exercise classes like all throughout the city.
Oh, all right. So
Maybe
I'm
I'll
just
do
saying, reach out to the people who like you use and pay for, and you don't want to pay for anymore.
Yeah.
I think shouldn't that be the strategy with your ads?
That seems like a pretty good idea, you know.
Hell yeah.
Like me, I'd like to reach out to the Fleshlight people at because I use their product and I love it.
Sure.
And I'm sick of paying for a new one every month because of the amount of wear and tear they get.
Right. All right, boys. I'm sorry, I stopped listening to you.
Yeah. Well, that's flattering.
All right, that's the episode. Yeah, support us on Patreon if you want. You get an extra episode every week at the $5 level. And, well, I love each and every one of you. All right? Thanks for listening. Good night. God bless.